Everybody, welcome back to the Jordan Report, and I'm your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. All right, we're going to cover this guy, Daniel Allen Baker, who's an Antifa activist who's threatening to kill Trump supporters. Now, it turns out this guy was trained in Syria. There was a lot of Antifa trained in Syria. A lot of these people came out of this whole stuff came right out of Obama's White House. And a lot of this stuff is coming back to haunt us. It'll be on our streets pretty soon, people. Let me show you what's going on. Antifa activist Daniel Allen Baker arrested for plotting to murder Trump supporters and police on Inauguration Day. Okay, here's this guy. He's got his YPG patch. That was the Syrian Kurdish militia that he was trained in. Here he is. Okay? Antifa supporter Daniel Allen Baker was arrested for plotting to murder Trump supporters and police on Inauguration Day. He trained in Syria in 2017 with the YPG, was featured on Vice, and in 2020 participated in the Chaz insurrection in Seattle. Okay? And here it is. Jack Posobiec broke the story. He's the one who told us about this one. Antifa supporter Daniel Allen Baker posted links to CNN on his call to arms to kill Trump supporters and police officers. Now, a lot of the language that we're hearing today, people, especially from politicians and the news, sounds a lot like the language they were using when they were getting ready to attack Assad and Gaddafi. The same language. It's the language of extermination, people, and the language of war. So let me show you where all this started. Nobody's ever heard of Operation Timber Sycamore, but this is where all this started, okay? Timber Sycamore was a classified weapon supply and training program run by the United States CIA and supported by some Arab intelligence services such as Saudi Arabia. Launched in 2012 or 2013, it supplied money, weaponry, training, and rebel forces fighting Syrian President Assad in the Syrian civil war. It's like they spent like $1 or $2 billion. I can't remember which one it was. According to U.S. officials, the program was run by the CIA's Special Activities Division and has trained thousands of rebels. President Obama secretly authorized the CIA to begin arming Syria's embattled rebels in 2013. Okay, now this is what happened next. The stories start coming out next that Antifa was receiving military training by the CIA, people. Antifa militants are crossing the Syrian border to receive military training from members of ISIS, according to intelligence reports. ISIS was being trained by the CIA, okay? American and European Antifa members are being attracted to the U.S.-backed Kurdish People's Protection Units, YPG, due to their anarcho-communist politics, who are in turn persuading Antifa extremists to fight alongside them in the Rojava Revolution. Okay? This is what was going on over here. Here's Antifa sitting on one of their tanks. All right? Now, here's the Rolling Stone story. I'm not going to read you this story, but I just want you to know that they tried to play these guys up. Here's the YPG patch. These are Antifa people from all over Europe and all over the United States. Has nothing to do with what's going on in Syria, but they're over there killing these people, and they killed a lot of them. And Rolling Stone played the story up like these were heroes. How a ragtag crew of leftist revolutionaries and soldiers of fortune helped defeat ISIS. They tried to play it up like they were great guys. Okay? Here they are over here getting battlefield experience, people. All right? These people have seen the wars. They've been there. Here it is. Now these people are back in their homes. Some of them are over here. We don't know how many. Turkey bombed them. Turkey bombs Iraq. Syria says targeting Antifa trainers has killed 20 civilians, according to Kurdish reports. Okay? Turkey bombed Iraq and Syria, striking a Kurdish militia. It is accused of training members of the left-wing international Antifa movement involved in protests across the United States. All right? Trump ended Timber Sycamore, and he ended the civil war in Syria. That's what he did. He just took the money from them, and the fighting stopped. Trump ends the Timber Sycamore, the covert CIA program to arm Syrian rebels. The moves constitute a monumental shift in terms of U.S. priorities in Syria, which throughout most of the 6-year-long war have focused on removing Bashar Assad. 6 years they put these people through this stuff. Now let me show you what this retired colonel tried to tell us, okay? He said the Democrats' secret battlefield trained insurgents. The Democrats' secret battlefield trained insurgents. He's saying these people are going to come back and fight, and they already are. I just showed you one. Now I'm just going to skip to what he said. Here they are in Syria. Look at Syria, people. They're from London. Look what these people did to Syria. They're not even from there. It's important to note not all of Antifa foot soldiers are sissified cowards who many believe live in their parents' basement playing Call of Duty Black Ops on Xbox. Part of this group are in fact combat proven. The third critical point, and perhaps the most important point to understand, is that they are essentially were directed and ordered to fight with the Kurdish People's Protection Unit, YPG, and the Kurdish Workers' Party, PKK, who are Marxist communists, following Marxist ideology and a faction of Syrian insurgents. It should be known that this faction had been vetted specifically. Listen to this, guys, because all of them's hands are in this. Had been vetted specifically, selected by Hillary Clinton's State Department to be the U.S. government's funded rebel group in Syria. For background, the YPG was one of total of roughly 32 factions in Syria selected by the Obama administration as the rebel faction to support. Another critical note is that the U.S. Special Forces were tasked to vet and train the YPG, warned Obama, Pentagon, and the CIA not to support the YPG. Of course, that recommendation was overruled by senior Obama national security officials. Okay? The YPG was also targeted by the Obama administration again, the Clinton State Department, and both Leon Panetta and John Brennan's CIA to be the recipients of arms smuggled out of Libya. I covered that story. That's where the ambassador was killed. They just simply moved the rebels and the weapons from Syria, from Libya to Syria. That's all they did. Same people, same weapons. The result of which turned out to be the precursor of the Benghazi attack and our consulate, in which at least 4 Americans were killed in the attack. Okay? That's where all this stuff comes from. It's getting ready to be on our streets, people. The CIA trained these people. All right? I'm going to show you their quick recruiting video, and we're going to get out of here. It's only a minute long.
The revolution in Rojava is under attack. Like the Paris Commune, and at so many other points in history, the revolutionary forces face the leviathan of capitalist hegemony, which has come to devour the New World and enslave us all once again. This is our Stalingrad. The revolution must be defended. Therefore, we announce the creation of the International Revolutionary People's Guerrilla Forces to defend the revolution in Rojava. The International Revolutionary People's Guerrilla Forces is a militant, armed, self-organized, and horizontal collective working to defend social revolutions around the world, to directly confront capital and the state, and advance the cause of anarchism.
All right, guys. Either they're here or they will be here.